Welcome to 27 Topics. Our guest at this time is Denise Tuggle.
Hi, Paul.
Denise is with the Harvest Home Festival. That takes place the third weekend of October every year.
Correct.
So this thing will be coming up here very shortly. And want to welcome you.
Thanks, Paul.
We are very pleased that you took out the time from your schedule to come in here and
Happy to do that.
let us know about the Four Rivers Harvest Home Festival. This will be the 32nd year for it.
32nd year. Our festival is held annually every third week in October. This year it will be October 18th and 19th, and the hours are 10 to 4 Eastern Time. We have a wide variety of craft booths this year. There are 185 booths filled so far, and we've got about 15 more to be filled. If you're interested and you make handcraft items, it's a really nice place to show your handiwork and make some extra money for the holidays. We have soaps, toiletries, quilts, wreaths, holiday items, both Halloween and Christmas. We have handmade jewelry, everything from magnetic to crystal, even wooden furniture for sale there by a lot of gifted people. So it's really a nice place to maybe mark off some of your gift list for Christmas.
Denise, you hit on something there with the items at the craft show have to all be handmade.
Yes, that is a requirement.
Tell us a little bit about that and why you do that.
Well, we just feel like when people go to these craft shows throughout the area, throughout the nation really, that they're expecting to find some unique items, things that you might not see on a regular shopping trip in a store, and we have really enforced our policy that everything be handmade, no flea market type of material. We want everything to be quality crafted, and we even have some exhibitors there showing you how their work is done from start to finish. We feel like that's something to really our committee prides himself in, and it's something that people really appreciate to know that coming out.
Also, you have some people there making crafts.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about those.
Let's see. We've had net makers in the past. We have wood carvers, the kind that take the tree stumps and carve Santas out of them. You could find some of those. We have men that work with ironworks out there. We have old-fashioned weaving equipment. You can see people weaving rugs, so it kind of takes you back to another time also.
It certainly lets people see how it's done.
Exactly.
On many of those. It's always a great show.
Yes, it is.
And a lot of things for people to see and experience.
Yes.
What buildings are utilized for the crafts?
We have the Clover Pavilion where the office is located, and that's where all craft vendors initially come and get all their paperwork for their setup, and we assist them in setup. And that's also open to some craft booths also. And we have a cattle barn, we have a swine barn filled, we have a commercial building filled, and we have 2 4-H buildings filled. They're north and south buildings. And there's a smaller building there, the Farm Bureau building, which is now called our sweet shop. And there's a lot of people that make wonderful goodies to eat there or take home and put in your freezer for Christmas, save you a little work. But we have them inside now because it kind of protects the sweetness and keeps, if it's a warm sunny day, it's not going to be outside where it's going to get melty. It's going to stay nice and fresh for you.
Well, that is really neat to convert that into a sweet shop. And the pastries are always very good.
Oh, yes.
Then the other thing, while we're talking about the sweet shop, the food booths that are out there for everyone to enjoy.
To me, it reminds me of just good county fair food. We have lemonade shake-ups, your elephant ears, all your snacky food, and sandwiches, about any kind you could want are offered there this year. And then for those that would really rather have the rounded meal, there's a couple places where you could get a nice meal and sit down and enjoy your dinner and take a break, get off your feet for a while.
And then also, anything else there that we may have missed about taking place at the Four Rivers?
Well, there is Ball Ballmeyer, and he is a clown and magician that is there every year. He's there to entertain children. Always gets a big crowd of young kids that come in, and he has them involved in his magician show. He lets them assist him in some of the magic that he is showing to others, and the kids really enjoy that tremendously. You hear a lot of giggles in the Clover Pavilion, and he does do a show in the Clover Pavilion each hour for those kids, and it will be announced.
Well, he does a tremendous job, but there is some older kids, you know, at heart at least, that also enjoy it.
Yes, that's true.
So that he usually draws a crowd and does
He
a
does.
tremendous job, and usually some new material every year.
Yes, yes.
So that's great. Tell us a little bit about what is the Four Rivers Arts and Crafts Association.
Well, the Four Rivers Arts and Crafts Association is a member of Four Rivers RC&D. They are a committee that we sponsor. Four Rivers RC&D is actually a segment of NRCS, which is Natural Resource Conservation Service. And our role is to be a little more hands-on locally with area citizens and doing things that they want to do to make their lives and community and just a better place to live. And there was a select group of people in southwestern Indiana that were interested in arts and crafts, and they thought it would be very beneficial to citizens and the area to provide this kind of show 32 years ago. And it obviously was a good idea because it has been so long lasting. But the Arts and Crafts Committee is called Four Rivers Arts and Crafts because they are sponsored by Four Rivers RC&D.
Can you tell us who the current officers are?
John Kilmer from Newburgh, Indiana, serves as our president. Paul Rhodes from Petersburg, Indiana, is our vice president. Sandy Kilmer, John's wife from Newburgh, is our booth chairperson. And we have Ed Fry in Petersburg serving as treasurer. Wendy Adams from Monroe City, she serves as the secretary. And Dave and Della Livers, a married couple from Boonville, are our food chair booth persons.
Might say that the Four Rivers Arts and Crafts Association covers a 9-county area.
Yes, it does.
Which includes Du Bois and counties all around, going down into Warwick County and Pike County, Knox County, Davies County, and
As south as Posey and as north as Greene.
and that's a large area.
Yes, it is.
And also the crafts fair again will be held Saturday and Sunday, be held Saturday and Sunday, and the hours are from 10 to 4.
That's right.
And everyone, you know, is invited to come on out and enjoy the day. Might ask, you know, it's at the Du Bois County 4-H Fairgrounds, Highway 162 South in Jasper. Now, if somebody would like to have booth space or maybe a food booth, how do they get a hold of the association to be on the list?
Actually, I take the calls for the association and get with them. It's just a centralized location to receive calls, and you can reach me at my office at 354-6120, extension 5.
Okay, and they can call that anytime to make the reservation.
Yes, if it's after hours, you can call and leave a message, and I'll return your call promptly.
Okay, is there anything else?
No admittance fee, but there is a $2 parking fee, so carpool, tell all your friends about it, everybody get in and come and enjoy a wonderful day.
Denise Tuggle, thank you for being our guest on 27 Topics, and hope to see you out at the Arts and Crafts Show.
Thanks, Paul. Looking forward to it.
Welcome to 27 Topics. Our guest with us this time is Officer Dave Drew of the Jasper City Police Department. Welcome, Dave.
Oh, thank you. Well,
It's great to have you here. Halloween is just a couple of weeks away,
yes, it is.
and it's always an exciting time for the kids and a nerve-wracking time for a lot of parents.
Yes.
So, but you're here today to talk about Halloween and things that we need to do to keep our youth safe and our kids safe when they're out.
Yes, absolutely.
First of all, what about the treats the kids get?
A main thing to remember about treats is to never eat them before you get them home and have an adult to check them for evidence of tampering or some kind of mischievous play on candies. Make sure that they're securely wrapped still, or if they do receive treats that are not individually wrapped, then make sure that a parent or a guardian examines them really thoroughly before they partake in such treats.
I think in our area probably I don't know of any mishaps or accidents in the past years.
Not off the top of my head. We're really fortunate in that area where we get little or minimal complaints about anybody tampering with treats. But it's just always something good to do to make sure that everything's up to snuff and make sure that the candy's not been tampered to ruin the children's fun time of the evening.
I know Halloween has grown to be a big time of the year, and adults have parties and kids have parties and everyone has parties, and I guess some of them probably are driving around, with their gear on and things
Yes.
like that. But talking about kids now, what should we look for when we go shopping for costumes?
An important thing to look for if you're going to buy costumes with wigs, beards, or any accessories to the main costume is to look for a flame-resistant label. And that does not mean that the outfit itself will not burn if it's around an ignition source. What that means is it should extinguish relatively quickly upon separating itself from the ignition source to where it'd go out quicker. And the main reason for that is to minimize the risk of injury to the children. And so, just because the label does say flame resistant doesn't mean it won't catch on fire. It just means it should extinguish more quickly.
What else should we know about costumes?
We want to really avoid any costumes with flimsy materials such as billowing skirts, like baggy pants or baggy sleeve shirts, anything that could be a tripping up item to making the children fall or get hurt, or any other danger to themselves.
What about the designs of the costumes? It's usually either at sunset when trick-or-treating starts or something. Dark costumes would be harder for motorists to see. Or what about the different types of costumes?
Right around the dawn area of trick-or-treating, when we start the dusk part, you really want to kind of look for costumes that have light or bright emblems, or to where they'd be clearly visible to motorists. Greater visibility, decorations, or trim of the costumes you can do with reflective tape, which is a lot of times available at bicycle, sporting goods stores, or hardware stores, and it's pretty easily located. Just go down a seam or down a back or across the back or something like that, just so the lights reflect off the kids as they're crossing the streets, and just to make it more visible for the passerbys in the automobiles.
And I think, probably, the clothes they wear should pretty well be well-fitting and not too large. Sometimes you want to dress the outfit and you have shoes too big. And
Right. That's a tripping hazard of wearing high heel shoes, or mom's or grandma's high heel shoes, where they could easily trip and fall and get hurt, or be a hazard to some other ones walking around with them. You want to make sure your costume's well fitted, and make them short enough to prevent the kiddos or the children from tripping or falling off the curb, or just even walking down the sidewalk of getting injured.
It's probably pedestrian safety. What should we be looking for there?
For pedestrian safety, the trick-or-treaters should carry flashlights, and that's not only so they can see where they're going, but it's so others can see them as well. And you want to make sure you walk and don't run. And that's where another part of the costume of your face mask. If you're going to wear a face mask, make sure it's form-fitted, make sure it's securely to your face, or a way around that part would be to use cosmetic masks to where you're painting the faces instead of having a mask that's too large for you. But you want to make sure you use the sidewalks if available, rather than walking in the streets or other places like that that'll cause you danger.
And I guess it's probably important to stay in the neighborhood.
Yes, recommend that you stay in the neighborhood where residents are known, that you know the people know you, and to only go places where the lights are on. And usually when the lights are on, that usually means you're welcome. If you start going to houses to where the lights are not on, you may not know the people, or they may not really welcome trick-or-treaters, and that's when you're kind of asking for a little bit of trouble, I would think.
You know, how many neighborhoods today know their neighbors?
Oh, a lot of people know the surrounding neighbors, but a street over or a street back, you may not know them like we did when we were little and growing up, where you knew everybody in the neighborhood. People come and go from neighborhoods now that you don't really know everybody like you used to. So it's something to always take in consideration.
But when there's kids anywhere within a mile or half a mile, they know where they are in the neighborhood, don't they?
Absolutely, they do.
As they're growing up, they certainly know where people their age are.
Oh yes, kids have no problem at all finding their own age groups and running around with them to know who they can ride bicycles with or hang around the parks and play with.
I mean, that side's great, but I guess with Halloween, we probably would recommend that an elder person be with the group.
Yes, a responsible elderly teenager or a young adult or a mom or dad or guardian should always be with the trick-or-treater when they're going, just for safety reasons.
When you were young, did you go trick-or-treating?
We did. We had a certain little radius we went to, but I lived on Main Street, so we went Jackson Mill, 14th, 15th area, and then the people that, mom and dad knew, you always hopped in the car and went and visited the other people. But always a lot of goodies up there, and it was just always a fun time.
And so where are you going this year then?
I believe I'm working, so we'll get to go all over the city.
Oh, you get to go all over the city.
All over the city.
So well, it's great that you're out and about, and make sure that everybody is where they're supposed to be.
Absolutely, get out and mingle with the kids, and let them know that we're not the enemy, that we're their friends, and if they need anything, just to flag one of us over, and we'll be more than happy to help them out or tell them any information that they need to know.
It's a fun time of the year for kids.
It is.
And I guess, let them have it. But on the other side I think there's probably organizations that are also having trick-or-treating nights.
There are. For some of the children or some of the parents that don't want their children to go out trick-or-treating, some of the local clubs and organizations or churches will have harvest parties or hallelujah parties. And they also provide candy, snacks, and drinks, refreshments, and games and stuff like that too.
That's really kind of a great alternative to the trick-or-treating door-to-door.
It is. The churches, the two of them that I know that do stuff, they are really well received, and they're generally packed. So I mean, it's a neat alternative to trick-or-treating.
For the city of Jasper, when will kids be allowed to trick-or-treat?
Friday, October 31st, from the hours of 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. is the hours to trick or treat.
Here in Jasper.
Yes, sir.
Well, what if these kids are getting anxious? They can taste the candy days before.
Yes.
What if some of them go earlier to trick or treat?
They'll probably be reminded of the trick or treat hours. You may not see as many lights on. I remember when we were little, it was a couple nights during the week, it seemed like. But the main important thing is remember that it's just one night from 6 to 8, and that would not catch anybody off guard, to where they'd be welcome to their houses, the ones with the lights on, for those trick-or-treating hours.
Our guest is Officer Dave Drew. And Dave, as closing comments, what are your final words for the trick-or-treaters?
Just hope they have a safe time, safe environment, safe surrounding. Be careful. Make it enjoyable for yourselves and everyone around you, and just be careful.
Thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you.